Mr. Madison?
Yes?
The Honorable Eminent James Wilson here to see you, sir.
He is. Thank you, Emma. Please, send him in. Congressman Wilson, I did not expect you so soon.
James, you look pallid. You've worked through the night again, haven't you?
There's so much to be done.
Well, nothing can be done if a man neglects his rest, ruins his constitution.
And that's why I cannot rest, for fear of ruining this Constitution. Thank you, Emma. We'll pour it ourselves.
I've read it, James. This draft of the Constitution 100 times over. And I don't believe that you've ruined it.
Oh, you only received it last evening. How did you have time?
Well, I've been known to neglect my own health from time to time, too. James, this document you framed is the finest articulation of government I've ever seen. It's built on God's law, strong yet gracious.
And dangerous.
Aye, that it is. James, you know that I've spent most of my life on the peculiar study of government. All the political institutions of the world I know in great detail. I can trace the causes and effects of every revolution from the earliest of Grecian commonwealths down to today. There has never been an undertaking like this. For centuries, the Magna Carta was the greatest legal document in the history of democracy. In it, the barons went to the king to demand that he grant them rights. But in this constitution that you've so eloquently penned, the assumption is that the people already have those rights, natural rights, not granted by the state or by the king, but by God, universal to all men, true liberty. That's the power of this Constitution and its greatest risk.
And that's why I cannot sleep. Because we have staked the whole future of American civilization not upon the power of government. Far from it. We have staked the future of all our political institutions upon the capacity of mankind for self-government. Upon the capacity for each and all of us to govern ourselves, to control ourselves, and to sustain ourselves in accordance with the commandments of God.
That's the risk of founding a nation on liberty. Without liberty, law loses its nature and its name and becomes oppression. But without the law, liberty loses also its name and its nature and becomes licentiousness.
Is the risk worth it?
James, we've sacrificed everything we have because it's worth the risk. Read the beginning of that Constitution for me, would you, James?
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.